Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Well, it is day 4 of this week's projects, and we're moving into more advanced level, intermediate to advanced level projects. And this is one of those projects, but I do believe that all of you can do this, and I will go very slowly throughout the video just so that you can have a good demonstration of what I'm actually doing. And this purse measures 5 across by 4 high, and it has a magnetic closure, and you can see on the inside it's lined. So it really is a fun and unique way to gift an item to a friend, a coworker, a peer, just someone that you want to say Happy Valentine's Day to. This is really a very cute way of being able to do that. I think this purse is just so darling. So let's get started on making this, guys. All right, so here's what we are going to need. Like I said, this is a chipboard project, so we will be starting with chipboard. And we will be placing that chipboard on a piece of paper that measures 12 by 6. So I'm going to move this out of the way, and we'll go ahead and place this chipboard. Get my glue. I am actually going to place the chipboard down with glue. And this piece measures 4 by 5. So I'm going to put it down. And I'm just eyeballing where I put this. For you guys that are new to making these, you can measure if you want to get exact, but I just sort of eyeball it. And then I'm going to place my 2 by 5 inch piece, which is the bottom of the bag. And again, I'm eyeballing it. So I'm just going to pick it up and take a quick look at it before I actually work that glue in. And then I'll put my last 4 by 5 piece down. Get a paper towel and get this glue off of my hands. Okay, so now we have this, and what we need to do is just come in and just fold the paper up just to kind of train it. And I'm also going to do that with my spine of this purse. And then I'll come back in with my scissors and just miter cut the edges. And we're going to be covering this, so if your miter cutting isn't exact, we will have another piece that we will put on as a topper that might hide any imperfections up top. And now we'll glue down these pieces of paper, the flaps, to the actual purse. And I'll go ahead and do this end as well. And because this paper has writing on it, the side that will be your front is already predetermined because you want the writing going in the right direction. So if you have writing or a pattern, the way that that pattern or writing is pointing in the right direction makes it the front of your purse. So let's do the sides. And you want to make sure you get that stuck down there very well. Oh, I've already put glue there. So let's do this side. And this is what we have so far. So we've got the beginning of our purse. Now for this purse, I will be putting in a magnetic closure. And it's a 2-piece set. So it's just like those magnets that are on our regular purses. So when you're putting these down, you want to put the heavy part down first. If you decide to get these, the easiest way to do it for me is to take the magnet bottom and place it where I want it to be on the bag, and then I come in and I just press, and then I come back with my X-Acto knife, my little finger X-Acto, and I'm going to punch through just little slits where I made my marks, and then I'll take the magnet bottom and just punch it through. So it's going to be just like that. And then on the back side, I actually have to close this, so it's going to be a little bit noisy because I have to use my hammer. And so now my magnet is placed. That's the bottom magnet. So the next thing that I need to do is I need to get my scoreboard, because now I need to score the side panels. And this is a 2-inch base, so I have side panels that are 3 inches wide by 4 1/4 in height. So what I'll be doing is I will score this at 1/2 inch on 3 sides. And let me score this one. And now we can put our scoreboard away for a while. Okay, so I want to take my 2 side panels and fold and burnish on my score lines. And then there is a tiny little corner piece that I'm going to remove. It's just a little square. And I'll remove that from both pieces. And you can get as elaborate with these purses as you want to. I'm making this one for demonstration purposes, but if I was making this purse to either sell or give away, I would double up on my side panel. So I would actually take a long strip and fold it over so that I have double the strength on this. So now what we're going to do is we are going to take this piece and glue it down to this piece. And I am going to position it, eyeballing it, and then I'm going to flip this backwards so I can make sure I've got it pretty even. And then I'll do the other side. I'm just placing my glue here. And I'm going to position this on my 2x4 piece of chipboard. And now I'm going to flip it over because I want to put feet on the bottom of this. So what I'm going to do is make sure I stay within the width of this. And so I will come in and I'm just going to make a dot. And I'll do the same thing over here. I'm eyeballing it, so this will not even be exact or close to exact probably. But again, when you're making these, if you want to measure a few times, do it. But after you've made a few of these, you won't feel the need to measure anymore. So all I'm doing is pushing through my thumbtacks, and I'm using gold thumbtacks on this one. And then I'm going to take this needle nose pliers and I'm just going to fold that over a little bit. I'm not going to bend it all the way. Then I'm going to take my hammer and make some more noise. And I'm just beating the point of the thumbtack into the chipboard. And then I'll do the same thing over here. And let me bend this in. And you don't want to bend it too far because you'll break the thumbtack and have to start over. So time to make some noise. Okay, so there are feet on the bottom. So now what we want to do is we are going to glue our sides in place. So we'll be using hot glue for this part of the project. And what I'll do is take my hot glue, run it along here, and then match it up. And then I'll come back in and just smooth it down. And then when you're doing this, we started over here, so we need to just slide across and do this one. And the reason why I do it that way is if you went ahead and did this one, then it becomes hard to get both of these to go in. So let's go ahead and we did this side, so we're going to come across and glue this side. And we will just get it folded up. Okay, so then we have like a mini cake box. And all I'm going to do at this point is I am going to go ahead and put glue on both of these. and then I'm going to set it up, hold it, and get it to grab on one side and get it to grab on the other side. And then I can come back in with my bone folder and get that glue spread out on the inside. We are making great progress. So this is what we have so far. Now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and place our inside liner pieces. And my liner pieces measure 4 7/8 by 3 7/8. And I'm just going to slide them in to make sure they fit okay, and they do. So I will take my glue and just glue this up really well. And I'm going to just slide it down. And then I'll come in with my bone folder and just work that glue down and get it nice and stuck. Now let's do the other side. So I'm going to place my glue all the way around. And then I'll just slide this into place. And then I'll come up with my bone folder. Now I could have put my handles in at this point so that they would be covered up, but I'm not too worried about it for this project. So I'm not even going to put my handles on until almost the last thing. And then finally what I need to do is put in the bottom liner. And I'm going to go back to my scoreboard and cut a piece that measures 2 inches. And I'm just going to test it to make sure that it's going to fit inside. And it is. So I'm just going to place some glue on here. And when you're doing this, you don't have to actually line it in the order that I'm lining it. This is just what, out of habit for me, the way that I line the inside. But you can actually line it however it works for you. So then I'm going to go in and get this put down. Let me take my bone folder and get this smoothed out. And this helps to cover the thumbtacks. So now we've got our purse and it looks like this. I'm going to go ahead and pinch in my sides to give it that real pursy look. Okay, so then what I want to do is I want to go ahead and attach this, which is this part of the magnet. So what I'm going to do is actually use some extra paper for this. Let me fold this over, and I'm just going to double up on it just to get some added strength in my flap. I could have made a chipboard flap, but for a purse this size, it's not really necessary. If I was making a larger purse, the flap would definitely have chipboard in it. I'm going to give that a chance to dry for just a moment. And there's one other thing that I did want to do, or was thinking about doing, not sure if I'm going to do it. I think I might. Let's see. Wasn't sure if I wanted to add that to it or not, but I think I'm going to, because I do think it adds a little something to it. So I'm just going to cut these edges at an angle, and then I'll come back. Okay, and I'm going to put that on here. Move it over just a little. And then I'll put it down. And then I'm just going to go along the top and smooth that down. And then I'll smooth down the inside and finally the outside, so the paper won't come up. And then I'm going to take the second piece of paper and do the same thing. I could have used my bone folder to score this paper because it is a thicker paper, but I'm okay. All right, so let's flip that over. And let's glue this. I need to cut this at an angle. And then let's place it down and smooth it down. Get that glue worked in there. Really nice. And this is what we have so far. So now we can come back with the handle piece, and we can put that down. So the way that I do it is I have got the part that will actually go into the magnet on top of it, and then I'm going to take my liner piece and then just press down until I get another impression, and then I'll come back with my X-Acto knife, and I am going to see which side I want. I am going to place it through, and then close it. So now I can do that, and then I'll come around to the back side, and I want to trim some of this off because I don't want that to be as long as it is. So I'm going to take a little off. And then I am simply going to hot glue this in place. And I'll hold it until that glue is dried. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Now what I want to do is I want to make some handles for this purse. And I have two pieces that measure 1.5 by 12. And all I'm going to do is fold over and then fold over one more time. And I'll do that with this one too. All right, and then I will come back with my glue and just glue the two sides down. And then I'll place some glue here. Glue that down. And I'm going to set this one to the side for just a moment. And I'll glue this one together. Okay, so basically attaching the handles and then decorating is our final step. So what I'm going to do is let these handles dry for about 5 minutes because this is a really wet glue and I need for it to have some time to set up and harden. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back and I think my handles are dry enough to be able to work with. And what I think I want to do is place the handles on the outside of this bag. So I'll be doing that with some hot glue. And I'm just going to place it. Let me do this again. See if I can get this where I want it. So I'm just going to place it right at the end of my border strip there. And then I'll do the same thing over on this side. So let me place my hot glue. And let me put this down. And then to finish it off, I am going to use a mini brad. So I'll be placing a hole right here. Going through that glue. And I'm going to put my brad down. Come on the inside. And just open it up. Fold it over, and then I'll do the same thing over here. Try to get that even. Punch my brad through like that, and then I'll come through the inside. And then I'm going to take a strip of paper, just scrap paper, and cover up the brads on the inside. You guys don't have to do that, but I'm just doing it because my punch holes were a little bit larger than I wanted them to be. And I don't like that showing, so I am just covering it up. Okay, so there's one. Looks a whole lot neater on the inside now. And then we'll come to the back side and we will put the other handle down. I'm going to go ahead and just close that for a minute, get it out of the way. Try to match these up. And let me place this right here. Hold it down until my glue sets. And then let's do the other one. Okay, so now I need to punch my 2 holes and put my brads in. There's my brad. And I'll lay this on the side. Come in and open it up. And then I'll take my extra piece and cover up that opening. All right. Okay, so all that's left for us to do at this point is the fun part, which is decorating. So I have these little gems that I got from Hobby Lobby, and they have all these wonderful shapes in them, and they even have some hearts in them. So I'm going to choose a heart and lay it down here to cover up the mechanics of that magnet, because I don't want that showing. So I'm just using some hot glue on here, and I'm going to place this right over where the prongs were showing for the magnet. And I'm going to press that down so that it will hold. And get that out of there. And then I just want to take a couple of these red hearts so that there's no doubt this purse is for Valentine's Day. And then I'll take a little one and just kind of put it there. Cute. And then I am going to take this little punch out that I got from a paper pad. I put a hole in it, and I am going to just hang it from the purse. I think it just adds a little bit of extra cuteness to an already very cute purse. So let me stand this up, and I'm going to tie it to one of the handles. Let it dangle. And then let me just clean this up, get this off. And I'll lay it down and show it to you guys. Isn't that adorable? I think that that is so cute. Just like this one. On this one, I did it a little bit differently. I added the handles to the outside and used brads. I put the handles on the inside here. but I think both of these purses are just so cute. I don't know which one is my favorite. I like them both. And of course I love pink, so these are just so cute. So there you have it. You've got two really fun purses, and I know that you guys can do it. It's just a step-by-step process, so you follow the steps, and after doing it a couple of times, you really are a pro at making these. So I hope you give this a try. I hope you've enjoyed this project, and if you have, please hit the like button. And if you are not a subscriber and you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe now and hit the alert button so that you can get notified whenever I upload additional videos in the future. I think you'll enjoy some of the crafting that we have ahead of us. So I hope that you guys just have a blast with this, and I will chat with you later. Bye.